Taylor Swift has got a little concert movie and looks like it's going to be #1 at the box office again, but can it actually be in the running for any Academy Awards? And that is the topic of today's Mint Mobile hotline question of the day. Listen, if any of you guys have a thought, question, or for our show, and you'd like to hear your voice on our show, go ahead and call our Mint Mobile hotline anytime 24/7 at 951-268-4259. Every day we pick one or two questions, and today is about, hey, what kind of Oscar chances did Taylor Swift have? Check it out.
Hey, John, this is Phil from Stillwater, Oklahoma. My wife had a question, and I answered it as best I could. She said, is it possible that the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie could be nominated for Oscars? Which I said, yeah, I think it does for certain qualifications, as that the fact that it was played in multiple cities throughout a whole 3-day weekend. But my question is, can it really? I mean, what categories other than Best Picture can the Eras Tour even be nominated for an Oscar, if it even were to be nominated? I don't know. It was just a question we were talking about. Just wanted to get your thoughts and see if you can answer it for us, or maybe I've already answered it myself. Thanks.
All right. Thanks a lot for calling that in, Phil. And yeah, listen, Taylor Swift, out of nowhere, about a month and a half ago or a month ago, announced right out of left field that, oh, we've got a concert movie and we're dropping it in theaters in 1 month, and here the tickets are on sale. And it's one of the highest opening weekend box offices of the entire year. Only behind films like, Barbie, Mario Brothers, and a couple of MCU films. But it's like one of the biggest opening weekends of the year. For a little concert movie that cost them $15 million to make. And it's already made well over 100 million. And it's going to be #1 at the box office again this weekend. I mean, it looks like, I saw the Thursday night preview numbers, and it's kicking the crap out of Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. I think its preview numbers were double, where I should say Martin Scorsese's preview numbers were half of what Taylor Swift's were in its second weekend. Regardless, it's made a big splash at the theaters, and it's made a big splash in the theater industry because the movie theaters love Taylor Swift right now because it brought in not just movie ticket money, but concession buying money. Mm-hmm. Real happy. So the question then becomes, what's it eligible for? Well, I might shock you to say it's got a pretty decent chance at one Oscar. And it's the only Oscar I think it'll be eligible for. Now, I wish I had one of my friends who's in the Academy who could sit in here and maybe give us a little bit more light.
I'm right here, John. Academy of Culinary Arts, baby.
So, actually, you said, I know it qualifies for Best Picture. It does not qualify for Best Picture, as a matter of fact. It does qualify for the Oscars. It does not qualify for Best Picture. But here's what it does qualify for. And I'm telling you right now, do not bet against this movie getting a nomination in this category. Documentary.
That's what I was thinking.
It is, by every definition, by the letter of the definition, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert movie is, by all definitions, it is a documentary. Not a traditional documentary, not a documentary that we would normally think of a documentary in those terms, but it is a documentary. And it will, I think, be in the running for Best Documentary. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Rocket Money. Did you know that the average person has around 12 paid subscriptions, and they might not even remember to subscribing to half of those? If you have no idea just how much you're spending each month, you need Rocket Money. It's this great app that tracks all of your expenses so you know exactly where your money is going. I recently just found out that over 80% of people have subscriptions that they've completely forgotten about. Seriously, think about how many free trials you subscribe to that you just probably never canceled. And that's why I'm such a big fan of Rocket Money, because I was one of those people. When I signed up to Rocket Money, I was stunned to find out that a gym I had belonged to in another city I lived in, I had still been paying my dues to for over 2 years. Also, that music subscription service I use, yeah, I forgot I was subscribed to 2 other ones. That's where Rocket Money comes in, because Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. With over 3 million users and counting, Rocket Money customers have saved on average of $720 a year. So stop wasting money on things you you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea. One of our live viewers is asking, it won't qualify for original song. There is no original song in it. That's the thing. There's no, every song she sings in the concert is a pre-existing from the album. There's no original song in the movie.
Oh, right.
So it won't qualify for that. So, and again, I'm just telling you, I really do think when you look at the scope of it, the cultural impact, the production value, all that kind of stuff, and you're looking at the experiences that it's giving audiences, maybe not me, but it's giving a lot of audiences. I mean, Robert Meyer Burnett was there in that theater, partying it up with the Swifties. I mean, I tell you what, I would put $5 on it getting a Best Documentary nomination.
The Beyonce one has a real chance too, because it is the making of the album, the planning of the tour, and the tour.
Yeah, it follows, like, whereas Taylor Swift's is one night in Los Angeles, although I think they filmed it over 2 nights, but regardless. The Beyonce one's going to be a little bit different in that it follows the actual development of the tour, going on tour, their experiences on tour. It's going to be more of what you would call a traditional documentary, but Taylor Swift's is going to be in there. Now, somebody's asking, what about editing? It's very, very, I don't know that there's ever been, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's ever been a Best Editing nomination for a documentary. I think they
Unless
kind
it's
of...
a technical, but I'm not aware of it ever.
Yeah, I'm not aware of it either. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I'm not aware of any time.
Probably the Eddies, would cover something like that.
Yeah, but not the Oscars.
But yeah. I'm wondering where this is going to land on streaming at some point.
They've already got to have that worked out.
Does she have her own website where you're going to stream it
Taylor
from?
Plus?
Or maybe to sell it for VOD at first, but then eventually does she license it out to Netflix or something?
I think eventually, I think you're probably accidentally right. I think it is probably going to be Netflix. That's just a guess.
Yeah.
I just think they probably have the most money to throw at it.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
And
or
so,
Apple.
Yeah, again, Apple.
There has been, from what I'm reading, documentaries that have been nominated for editing.
Really?
Like one was called Hoop Dreams.
Oh, I remember Hoop Dreams.
Did that get a Best Editing nomination?
Hold on.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is why we say don't take my word for this. But a concert video, I really highly doubt that the editors branch of the Academy is going to qualify that for Best Editing. I think something like the Beyonce, which is more of a traditional documentary, would have a better chance for getting it editing that. But I think the one Oscar you might be able to look for Taylor Swift making some impact at the upcoming Academy Awards is probably Best Documentary.
Yeah, and Adam in the chat said Amazon. So I think it's Netflix, like you were saying, or Amazon, actually.
Yeah. Well, Amazon and Apple would both have all the money in the world to throw at
the
it.
Money,
if they really
but I
wanted
feel
to.
like Amazon has the audience compared to Apple right now, or Netflix.
Yeah, that's true. It depends on what, does Taylor want to make money with it, or does she just want to give it to the
Exposure.
broadest audience?
Yeah.
So maybe she'll just put it on Instagram for free. Who knows? It's up to her.
Taylor Graham.
Up on Taylor Graham. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.